Hi traders, and welcome to my video on the order block breaker indicator, where I'm going to show you how you can capture moves such as this one for over 400 pips. Okay, so this is a euro dollar 1 hour chart in the MT4 trading platform. I've downloaded the order block breaker indicator and attached it to my charts. You can see here it's displaying these brown boxes, which are supposedly areas of resistance, and these blue boxes, which are areas of support. Okay. You can find the indicator for the MT4, MT5 platform for free online, or perhaps you can find it for your platform of choice. One thing I will say is don't rush just yet to get it. Please watch this video and I'm going to explain to you exactly why. Okay, so the premise really behind the order block breaker indicator is this: to find price exhaustion points. So basically areas where price has exhausted itself and may start to reverse, or in layman terms, support and resistance areas. Okay, if you look at it historically, it looks fantastic. It looks like a lottery ticket. I mean, if we go back and we say every time there's a resistance area we sell, and every time there's a support area we buy, okay, resistance be in the brown area, support be in the blue area, if it actually worked that way, we'd all be billionaires, simply because sell, buy, sell, buy, sell, buy, sell, buy, sell. I mean, this thing's amazing. It's picking highs and lows everywhere. Fantastic. Sign me up. That's not the case, okay? This is a repainting indicator, okay? So sorry to break it to you, but repainting basically means it can change after the fact. So this, for example, this blue box here, which looks like it may be the ideal entry point, this one here, this blue box would have originally been here. Then as price moved down, the blue box would have moved with it here. And then it would have moved down, the blue box would have been here. And then it would have been here. And eventually the indicator will get it right when price turns around and it stays there. But if we were buying every time there was a blue box, we would have been stopped out on multiple occasions, okay? That's not to say there aren't instances where it gets it right, because there are. For example, here, after these two boxes, price did fall, okay? And quite significantly so. However, we cannot depend on a repainting indicator for our trading signals, in my opinion. There are ways you can use it, and that's for older established levels of support that and resistance is shown that do not repaint or change just because they're so far in the past that they may not actually be as relevant now. Okay, or you can look for the blue boxes are making higher lows, so the market's up, just as when the brown boxes are making lower highs, the market's down. But you don't need an indicator to do that. You need a trend line. Higher lows, markets going up. Lower highs, markets going down. We don't need an indicator to tell us that. And just as support and resistance levels, you can draw yourself. Okay, resistance level. Support level. We don't need these hocus pocus indicators to do that for us. And I appreciate that you probably clicked this video hoping that I'm going to give you an order block breaker indicator strategy that will print money for you. It's just not the case. You need to make some effort with your trading. You've got to have price action analysis, trend line, support and resistance. You've got to learn candlestick patterns. I've got videos on all of those things. You need to have good money management. Okay, that being said, I will show you a strategy now which does implement these order block breakers in one way or the other. So this, as I said, is a 1 hour euro dollar chart in the MT4 platform. You can use any trading instrument, Forex, stocks, cryptos, commodities, indices, etc., and any chart time frame. I prefer the 1 hour charts and above, so the 1 hour, 4 hour, daily, weekly, monthly, simply because they contain more price data, and thus I find the signals tend to be more reliable. Okay, so that being said, we've marked the resistance. If we just hone in where we would have been, so we were here, we marked our resistance, and we see price starting to make these lower highs here. Okay, don't need a fancy indicator to tell us that. We can see it. Okay, so there, lower highs. if we just take our trend line, I might have to zoom out for this, sorry about that. If we just take this trend line, I mean, to be fair, you could use the order blocks to help you with drawing your trend lines and your support and resistance over the long term. But if we just draw our trend line there, okay, so upwards trend, market exhausted up around here, it starts to drop. Okay, you can even do your short term support and resistance. So we're looking, what are we looking at there? Nice M pattern formation, a breakout to the downside, and even here a level of support which was breached. Okay, you know, if anything, this indicator is distracting because that level of support I just marked there is covered by this block. Okay, so if anything, it's distracting, and I don't see it, you know, helping with this support level or this support level. These are key levels that, you know, look at this perfect example. I mean, that would have been an ideal trade on a breakout there. You've got your 3 inside down candle stick formation there. It's a bullish candle followed by 2 bearish candles that fall below the bullish candle. Another one there, 3 inside down, bullish candle, 2 bearish candles that fall below. It's a lot of bearish price action going on here, and a perfect support line that, in fact, goes back quite some distance. So we know that strong support. You've got a triple top formation, 1, 2, 3. This resistance has been touched 3 times. This is the neckline of the triple top, so the support level within it. And it's just all the signs are there for a breakout to the downside. And this indicator is not really helping us at doing anything that we could not do by just drawing support and resistance and a trend line ourselves. So we could have taken that breakout. And I mean, if we zoom out, another M pattern there and a breakout to the downside. Breakout to the downside. That big candle there is an NFP, non-farms payroll, first Friday of the month candle. So we could have hopped in on that momentum to take advantage of that breakout there. Okay. Consolidation, eventually market, lower highs. Okay. Wedge pattern here in a breakout. Support becomes resistance, continuation. Again, M pattern, breakout, trade opportunities. All the way down this trend, there are ample opportunities to enter, like support becomes resistance. Okay, another entry. I mean, we don't need no magic crystal ball indicators to do this. It's just pure price action trading with the trend. And then you don't really want to sell too low because you could end up selling at the low. But really, the order block breaker indicator wouldn't have been much help on this trend. I've run it through the MT4 strategy tester, and it was just moving down. The blue box that is was just moving down with the trend until eventually the trend, you know, had more of a pullback here, then it stayed there. So in that instance, you could perhaps argue, well, when it does finally stay there, and you can draw it as the line of support, but support lines aren't always horizontal, they can be angled. This can give you support or resistance that's too far away. You know, there may be more immediate support and resistance that needs seeing to. And also, how do you know it's not going to repaint? When do you know that it's finally found its position before repainting again? So if we had just taken our logical breakout here, you know, you had over 350 pips of profit potential. You could have used a trailing stop as price fell, had a pullback and continued. You could have just moved your trailing stop from, let's say, an initial position above this high of around 15 pips. Now as price fell, pulled back and continued, you could have just moved your stop loss from here to here. After this fall down, you could have put it here. Another fall down, you could have moved it here. You just move it to the highs here, 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 all the way down. And you may get eventually taken out, but you've milked the move as much as possible. You can close part of your profits on the way down if you wish. What you don't want to do is panic and get out too early, get overexcited, you know, oh, 50 pips. Here's 50 pips, consolidation, let me exit. Job done. No, because you've left all of this on the table. Okay, and you can always re-enter, but the more you re-enter, the higher your chances are of being wrong, and you've got to pay more in terms of broker spreads, commissions, maybe get slipped out of your trades. So I like to cut losing trades short. You know, you won't always get the entry into a trend early correct, but if you've got a 15-20 pip stop loss and you take a few losses, you just know that when you do hit that home run, you're going to make back your losses and then some. Okay, so I've gone completely off track here, but the order block in breaker indicator is supposed to be support and resistance levels. So I think what I've just explained there is a more logical, in my mind, is more logical than using an indicator that, you know, cannot pick levels that the human eye can. I mean, for me, it's lazy trading. That's just my humble opinion. I mean, you know, if you create this indicator or use it every day, fair play to you. I mean, everybody's got a different trading strategy. I like price action. Why? Because it tells me factually what price is doing. It's not repainting. It doesn't change after the fact. It is what it is. Yeah, it's not lagging. Okay, but that being said, I do see that there are ways in which you can implement the order block breaker indicator into your strategy. If I was forced to use it, I would just use it in a trend. Certainly, that's the first thing I do. I wouldn't use it in a raging market like this choppiness here. I wouldn't, you know, unless perhaps we were looking at this longer term. If we were seeing this as an up move, despite these massive candles here. But again, when the boxes are repainting, it's not giving you a, you know, a proper confirmation, if you like. Whereas I can just draw my own resistance, see the price shoot up here, have a pullback, okay, form a new level of support here, triple bottom almost, and have a breakout like that. Look at that big breakout candle there. That's no coincidence. And I mean, where was the order block breaker indicator then? In fact, I'll tell you where it probably was. You probably had a brown box here, which would have been telling you to sell. Okay, well, you would have been selling against the trend and the price continued to move up. So again, it's horses for courses, really. And I'm a trend trader. I want to catch big trends. And to do that, what do I need? I need trend lines and support and resistance and a good knowledge of candlestick patterns. And perhaps most importantly of all, good money management. Cut losing trades short, let winning trades run, trail as much as possible to maximize profits. And of course, good discipline and psychology. As I said, this is a 1 hour chart, so less time chart watching. If I can catch one move like this is less than a month's worth of trading. I mean, with so many instruments to choose from, you're going to get these opportunities all the time. So I don't see why anyone who could potentially get, I don't know, let's just say this trade you took, you got taken out here for 350 pips and, you know, you were wrong 3 times before with 15 pips. So you were down, what's that, 45 pips. You had a 15 pip stop loss and you tried to get on a breakout of a trend 3 times. So you're minus 45 because you hit your stop loss 3 times. And then you catch this bad boy for, you get taken out around, let's just say 345 to round it up nicely, okay? Because you were trailing the highs. You had yours on the high here, got taken out here. And don't cry over spilled milk. 3, 4, 5 pips minus 45 pips is 300 pips profit, okay? I mean, you know, yeah, okay, broker spreads and commissions, but you gave yourself less work looking at the longer chart time frames. Yeah, you've traded with the trend is your friend, and you've just caught a big move that, okay, you won't always get 300 pips, but even if it's 100 pips, you know, you just catch a few of these, overall you can be in a good position. And most importantly for me, you don't need to overtrade. You don't need to have FOMO trade in the 1 minute or the 5 minute and pulling your hair out trying to scalp a few pips here and there. Okay, but I've gone on enough. I could chat for hours, but you know, you can watch my other videos if you want to hear me chat for hours. I do appreciate you watching. Hopefully you found something useful in this video. If you can like and subscribe, that would be great. And I hope I'll catch you on the next one.